I love the battle. I love the competitive nature of it.
What's up, everybody? So in October last year, Drake released his 8th album titled For All the Dogs, which featured a collaboration with J. Cole called First Person Shooter. In one verse, Cole suggested that he, Drake, and Kendrick Lamar were the big three of the current era of hip-hop. To quote his exact lyrics, he rapped, "Love when they argue who the hardest MC, is it K-Dot, is it Aubrey, or me? With the big three like we started a league." The song debuted at the top of the US singles chart, becoming Drake's 13th and Cole's first #1 song. The achievement meant Drake tied with Michael Jackson for the most #1 singles by a male solo artist. Then a week later, Taylor Swift's Cruel Summer replaced them at #1, and the moment seemed to have passed. But privately, Kendrick Lamar had taken note and wasn't happy. So earlier this month, producer Metro Booming and rapper Future released a collab album called We Don't Trust You, and hidden in the track listing was an uncredited verse by Kendrick Lamar, and it was explosive. With a dope delivery, he took aim at Cole's verse, claiming there was no big three, it's just big me.
So, I was having this conversation, shout out to Principal Cook, and my brother, Teacher Thomason from Westside High School. I love the battle. I love the competitive nature of it. I just posted something on my page that said Kendrick is not battling Drake. He's actually battling rap culture. A lot of people agreed. So let me explain to you why it's all these people versus Drake. Because I couldn't try to figure. Then I just started figuring it out, and Kendrick helped me to understand what the issue is. And the issue is this: if you look throughout Drake's career, you've seen a metamorphosis of Drake from who he was with Degrassi, who he first came in, what the content of his music was, to where it is now. The reality of the situation is this: Drake has constantly, if you look at all of the people he beefing with now, and you were like, damn, why they was cool. I think from their perspective, he was never cool with them. Right? They thought he was cool, they was cool. But he did things to show them or make them believe that he was using them. And if you look at every, probably the hardest artist in the last probably 10 years who had the streets, every artist that had the streets in the last 10 years, Drake was doing a bunch of songs with him. Future, whole albums with Future. Bunch of songs with Future. Rick Ross, bunch of songs with Rick Ross. He was doing songs with French Montana. You know what I'm saying? He attached himself to do songs with all of the street dudes. He got the song with Dirk. Like all the people that had the streets, that was all the way in tune with the streets, the hardest niggas in the streets, Drake was doing music with them. And what happened was, you think you got a friendship with them, and I guess he started doing shit to show them. And then what happened was, he would go to the next nigga, whoever was the next hottest nigga. I'm gonna do a song with them, right? All the street do. Now he on tour with 21 Savage. Now he attached himself to Sexy Red, right? So what that shows me is that you just want to fuck with whoever you think is hot. You don't have no allegiance to me. You wasn't fucking with me because you fuck with me. Right? You just was fucking with me because I was hot. Because now, when I'm hitting you up and I need certain shit, you just running around with the people who you think is hot now. So it's really no real relationship. It's no real friendship. You just was using me. And now I realize you was using me. And now now we all sitting around like, yo, this nigga really was just using us. He don't fuck with us. Jay-Z didn't do that. Jay-Z signed the niggas. He signed you to his label, had you, put you on. Jay-Z didn't just do songs with niggas that was hot. Jay-Z rarely did songs with anybody. Like it's very rare that you see Jay-Z do features with people. That's not real. No, but Drake, and he did it for you to give him validity in the streets, because you don't have no validity in the streets. Jay-Z was hot in the streets, nigga. Jay-Z didn't need no nigga from the streets to make him hot in the streets. So what happened is, they started realizing that this man just fucked with us because we was hot in the streets, and he don't have no street credibility. So what happened is, we was giving him street credibility. And now he just running around fucking with any nigga to give him street. Anybody he think is hot right now, he gonna run around. They gonna just a whole album with together. Cause I was trying to figure out, why is a man doing a song with Sexy Red? Like, what doesn't even make sense? But that's what they said was hot in the streets. You know what I'm saying? So he attached himself to everything that was hot in the culture, and never really was a part of the culture. No, I don't. It's not help them. They don't need help. None of the people you talking about. I'm telling you, I'm not reaching a little bit. You got to figure out why they beefing. You got to think about what's the real reason why all of these people is beefing with them. All of them. Like every one of these people. You start real. It's like a chick in the street. You fuck with the chick. You up. Soon as the next nigga, she fuck with the next nigga up, everybody start realizing that you just fuck with the niggas that's up. That's what you trying to do. Okay, cool. So when the niggas start realizing you just fuck with the niggas that's up, and the only reason you fuck with them up, when they team up, they gonna be like, that bitch is a hoe. All that bitch do is fuck with that bitch is a hoe. And they gonna treat you like that. So that's what happened. So when you listen to Kendrick and you just hear how he breaking it down, you know what I'm saying? And you start realizing like that, and you start noticing, I'm like, damn, this nigga, he did that shit. I'm talking about the hardest street artist that's so far from what he represents. So far. It's not even on brand with what he did. You think a nigga make you, bro? I'm telling you, when a nigga see, a nigga understand, and what happens is, when you start seeing that shit, you start saying, oh, this nigga just a hoe. I'm just telling you the truth. You can be mad about the truth, but you can't dispute nothing I'm saying. 5-year, like if you look, every nigga that had the buzz in the street, that man did a song with them so he can have street credibility. I'm just telling you. If you pay attention, I've been in this game long enough, and there's niggas that do that. They do to keep themselves relevant in a certain space. You know what I'm saying? Puff did this shit for years. Puff is the producer, so he attached himself, and he gonna find the next hot nigga, and he gonna attach himself. But that's the shit that Drake did. So what happens is, when niggas start realizing that your relationships ain't really real, or you was just with me every day, now 21 Savage is your best friend. Oh, now Sexy Red is the best friend. Like, you wanna take steam from niggas. You know, and that shit, when you start peeping that a person don't fuck with you, they only fuck with you for how hot you are, or what you can give them, then you realize the relationship ain't real. You just realize it ain't. You know what I'm saying? You start realizing this shit ain't real. How does it give you street credibility? Are you joking? If you get a song with the hottest street dude, and that all the niggas in the street is listening to, the niggas start feeling like you credible. You connect. Not only do you do the song with him, you run around. You run around with them for like 2 weeks. You hanging with them. You doing all the shit. You going to the block because you want to be accepted in that culture. This shit is a game they playing. So now when they realize that that's all Drake been doing to niggas, you know what I'm saying? You start realizing this, man, fuck that nigga. We know what you're trying to do. You using niggas up. I'm just saying. This is my perspective of seeing what's going on, and then listening to what they're saying.